Hey guys, throughout the past century there's been a good amount of tomfoolery produced by the citizens of North America. However, with the introduction of NATO and harsher enforcements of laws and whatnot, the rate of successful hijinks, plots, and ploys has decreased over the past several years. However, that didn't stop one group of syrup-drinking, government-hating, God-fearing young men from getting themselves into a sticky situation. In 1966, a group of maple syrup producers up north participated in a joint plan to collectively market maple syrup. This agreement inspired the formation of a much larger agreement across all of Quebec, which became known as the Federation of Quebec Maple Syrup Producers, or FPAQ for short. The FPAQ actually maintains the Canadian Strategic Reserve of maple syrup, which if you ask me, it's incredibly hilarious that the Canadian government has a federal reserve for maple syrup. This reserve holds about 80,000 barrels of syrup worth upwards of $130 million US. The syrup is stored across multiple warehouses in Quebec in case, God forbid, there's a maple syrup shortage. According to Wikipedia, a single barrel of syrup is worth around $1,300. For reference, a single barrel of oil is only $55. So with all this liquid gold in their possession, one would assume they would keep a good eye on it, right? Wrong. In 7 months from 2011 to 2012, a group of syrup burglars worked from the inside to steal over 540,000 gallons of Canadian ketchup. That was nearly 12.5% of the entire reserve and is worth around $13.4 million. But how does such a monumental molasses mugging even happen? Apparently some workers would take the syrup, siphon off a good portion of the syrup, fill the amount they stole with water, and replace the barrel with the diluted syrup. However, these thieves got a little too sticky and eventually stopped refilling the barrels with water. Upon an inspection of the syrup by the Canadian government due to complaints, they caught the perpetrators in the act. In total, 17 people were convicted of theft and conspiracy, and 2/3 of the syrup was returned to the reserve. And just like that, this runny robbery was foiled. Among the perpetrators was the ringleader of the maple mishap, Richard Valires, who was sentenced to 8 years of prison and $9.4 million fine, as well as 14 more years if he fails to pay that fine. All in all, just another day in Canada. Anyways, thanks for watching. Maybe you learned something, maybe you didn't. Bye everyone.
Like all of a sudden I'd be trying to prove that I'm not crazy when I knew I wasn't crazy.
Right.